Milk and Cookies Story Time. I'm Mrs. Armino. If we have not met in person, the principal here at Senate. I would first just like to thank Deepa and Tina and the PTA who worked so hard to put that beautiful book fair together. The kids have been so excited visiting, and they'll visit all week. And as we know, reading is such an important skill for all of us to have, especially you guys, right? We have an imagination that comes up as we read about all these different places that are out there and things to do and imaginary things. It helps us to focus and to concentrate because we're stuck reading a book and having to really look at all the words. It helps with our vocabulary and with communicating with each other. And it really is just the foundation for all academics. And if you guys have seen their math lately, right, it's a lot of reading and words compared to when we were in school. So we are super excited to have all of our esteemed guests here, and I'll have them introduce themselves as they read their books. And I just really appreciate you taking the time to be here, and feel free to take off your jackets as it's a little warm in here, and I apologize for that. Yep, take your jackets off, get comfortable, and welcome to Story Time.
Great. Welcome everybody. It's good seeing you all here. First I'm going to start off with introducing Kelly. She's our school board president for all of the schools. And then also Andrew, and she is with PTA. Senate PTA. She's the one that does these programs, her and other members. And what we're going to do today is we're going to read a story of that book. One of the books from this selection. And so my name is Carmen Montano. I am the Vice Mayor of the City of Los. And also I want to share with you that I'm also a teacher, but not in this district. I taught Saturday. I'm a retired school teacher, but I still have my teaching credential. So sometimes you might see me substitute teaching. Okay, so let's get started. So remember, this I love, when I was teaching, I used to love Scholastic, ordering books for my students, and I'm preparing all the books for them too. So this story that I'm going to read from the Scholastic list is called Pet's Rule. Now, the main character in this story is called Ember, and Ember is a Chihuahua, little Chihuahua dog. And Ember, the mighty, wants to rule the world. So he has just been adopted by the Chin family. Ember is no ordinary dog. He thinks he is an evil overlord and wants to rule the world. But his plans for destruction are ruined when he learns that the neighborhood is already ruled by a mean squirrel named Masher. Does Ember have what it takes to build a kingdom and rule the world? Well, let's find out. So again, the name of this book is called Pet's Rule, My Kingdom of Darkness. And there he is. There's Ember, the little Chihuahua. And this book is written by Susan Tan and illustrated, that's the one that drew all the pictures, Wendy Tan Xiao Wei. Yep. Pet's Rule, that's the title of the story, My Kingdom of Darkness. In a book, you always have the table of contents. That means all the stories that are inside the book. Okay? And here are the characters: Mr. Chin, Mrs. Chin, Neo the bird, Lucy the daughter, Ember the Chihuahua dog, okay? And Kevin. Okay? This first story is called Evil Set Free. For ages, now who's talking right now is Ember. He's the one that's talking. Listen. For ages I have waited, locked away. I knew that one day the bars of my prison would open and evil would walk free. At last, all will tremble before me. I barked. And there's a picture of him. I looked around my new kingdom. Strangers towered over me. Greetings, humans, I said. Fear me, soon this kingdom will be mine. But my new humans didn't understand. He's so small, a boy with a baseball hat said. Look at his little cars, a woman with glasses said. Bow, you fools, I said. I am your future ruler. Wow, 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 wow. Listen to his tiny bark, the tallest one said. My bark isn't tiny. I said, it is magnificent, and it will be heard across the land. Arr, the boy said. That's when I realized that these were not the smartest humans, except for the smallest one. He has a lot to say, she said quietly, and I do too. You see, I am not an ordinary chihuahua. I have a great and terrible destiny. Someday I will rule the world. It is not going to be easy. First I have to take over this house. I will make these humans my minions, which means they'll do everything I tell them to do. Once I rule this house, I will build my pet army, and then I will unleash my dark plans on the world. Wow! Unfortunately, no, leashes are a big thing here, and it's hard to make your minions fear you when you're wearing one, especially when the leash is decorated with flowers. You'll pay for this, I told the tall one on our first walk. Oh, you're so cute, he said. I'm not cute, I barked. I am evil. There he is. The dad is walking in with the leash. But the minions didn't hear me. After the walk, my minions tried to feed me dinner, but it wasn't up to my standards. Before bed, the smallest human came to the kitchen and took a drawing down from the refrigerator. She sat next to me on the floor. This is your new family, puppy, she said. She showed me the drawing. I'm Lucy. I'm going to be a famous geologist someday. That means someone who studies rocks and the earth. And this is my dad, my mom, and my brother, Kevin. We're the Chin family, she said. Excellent, I said. You will be my minions, and I will reward you for serving me. Bedtime, Lucy, Mr. Chin said, coming into the kitchen. Oh, can I take him to my room? I promise he'll behave, Lucy said. No, Lucy, we agreed. No dogs on the beds. He sleeps here, her dad said. Listen to Lucy, minion, I barked up at Mr. Chin, or you'll regret it. See, Mr. Chin said, smiling, he's getting used to things already. I sighed and darted away as he tried to pat me. I did let Lucy scratch my ears, though. Sorry, puppy, she said. Good night. I'll see you in the morning. Lucy closed the door to my crate. Mr. Chin turned off the light, and they went upstairs. I was left all alone in a new prison in a dark kitchen, but I am used to the dark. It won't be long now, I said to the shadows. Soon I will rule this place. I fell asleep and dreamed of all evil deeds, and I wasn't lonely or scared at all. But he really was, because he was in a new place. And the next chapter is called Thunder Roads and Evil Trash Cans. I woke to the sound of thunder. Hurricane, I cried, but it was only the sound of my minions coming down the stairs. I'll take you for a walk, Lucy said, opening the door of my prison. I know the leash is a pain, it's just to keep you safe. Thank you for your concern, minion, I said, but I am pure evil. I fear nothing. I didn't argue anymore, though, because the small minion has been kind to me. Even though I hated the leash, it was nice to have Lucy close by. Outside, the large metal creatures zoomed on wheels, and worst of all, there were huge plastic giants who were definitely up to something. I darted away from one of the giants. Don't worry, Lucy said, it's just a trash can. That's what they want you to think when I'm in charge of the neighborhood. There will be no trash cans allowed, I said. Lucy and I went inside. Mr. Chin was making toast, and Kevin and Mrs. Chin were at the table eating breakfast. We still need to name him, Lucy said. Mr. Chin handed her a piece of toast, and she took it to the table. Excellent idea, I said. I suggest your darkness we're all seeing evil one. Did the animal shelter name him? Kevin asked between bites. I whirled towards him. I warn you, minion, I said, I do not say that unspeakable name. Yeah, but it's terrible, Lucy said. Exactly, I said, listen to the tiny one. I think it's sweet, Mrs. Chin said. No, I cried, I am the opposite of sweet, don't say it! But I couldn't stop them. I watched in horror and Mr. Chin spoke. At the shelter, he said they named him Chuckles. I think it's kind of cute. No, I howled. As I am sure you can see, if anything stands in the way of my destiny of world domination, it's being called Chuckle. No, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit him at all, Lucy said. She waved her toes in the air. She waved her toes in the air. Look, he doesn't like it. Well, we will decide on his name later, Mrs. Chin said. Now you two need to get to school. Lucy finished her toast quickly. She jumped up and grabbed her bag. Before she left, she stopped Lou beside me. Bye, puppy, she said, scratching my fur. Then she leaned closer and whispered, I promise I won't let them call you Chuckles. Thank you, you are my favorite minion, I whispered back. Lucy, Kevin, and Mrs. Chin walked out of the car. I'll be back to walk you this afternoon, Mr. Chin said. He set up another gate, this one across the door of the kitchen. And just like that, I was alone again, trapped by another prison gate. All alone, all alone. And I'm going to stop here. This is a great book for those of you that like to read. Everybody should love to read. Reading is power. Did you know that? Reading is food for your brain. So, this is called Ember the Bite